Welcome once again on a series of tutorial on SQL programming. In this tutorial, we will be talking about group by and having clause of SQL. So in order to get a result, group under a one column, we have a group by clause in SQL. We know that for a select statement, to give a condition, we have a where clause. The group by clause is coming after the where clause and before the order by clause. For the better understanding of this statement, we will be trying up with an example. But first, understand the theoretical part. Now this clause, it groups the records into a summary of records, thereby returning only one record for each column. So that means, if we have multiple columns, entries or multiple rows containing the record group for a city is equal to Pune, so we are going to get only a single record for the city Pune if we are going to use the group by clause. Thus, one or more columns can be grouped using the group by clause. Now, mostly the group by clause is used using the aggregate functions, count, max, sum, average, etc. For where we can give a different condition, and for group by having we can give a different condition. Consider the same example of employee table, and if we want to find the name of employees who are getting the maximum salary from each particular cities, but giving the criteria that when they have been sorted, the salary should be more than 20,000, my query would be select name and city ID, where I want a max of salaries. And remember that aggregate functions returns a numeric value, so it can be only applied to a numeric data type column. From table name, that is employee, and I want to group them by cities. Having condition says that even if you want to group them under cities, the max salary of a particular ID should be greater than 20,000. So I am going to get these many records. Earlier we have got the record one more than that of the group by. Now using the order by clause. So order by is used to give the ascending and descending order of the result set. And here if I am preceding my same query with the order by clause and explicitly giving DESC, that specifies that I want the column results of city ID that has been grouped to be sorted in the descending order of the results, right? So the one city ID that is getting the maximum paid employee will be the first in the record set. So that was all about the group by and having clause. One more important thing is that using the having clause, we can restrict the group by and with the aggregate functions, right? But we can't restrict the scope of group by that uses the aggregate function with the where clause. So aggregate clause can restrict the slope only when they are used with the having clause, but if they are used with the where clause in a group by statement, the scope cannot be restricted. This is the simple example for it. The name of employees who are getting the maximum salary, but their maximum salary should be such that their city ID should be after the ID's number. Here it should be 30, sorry. So select name and max salary from employee, and if I am simply restricting it in a way that city ID should be greater than 30, I am going to get the record of only that city ID person with the maximum salary whose city ID is greater than 30, and in our case it is 40. So that was all about the aggregate, the group by and the having clause. Thank you.